trash. Pop trash.
Go to WFNX.com. Yesterday I put up a blog post with the 8-minute apology from David Letterman to Sarah Palin. We talked about it. That's basically all we talked about yesterday, about 24 hours ago in Pop Trash. I think it's ridiculous. Dave Letterman is an amazing comedic icon. He makes jokes for a living. He's done this for a while. I don't know if the Palin family understands that, but that's what he's done his whole career. Instead of being some hack, fake politician in a state that nobody cares about, Dave Letterman has had an elaborate, amazing career in making jokes. Apparently,
See, I said there'd be Palin hate.
Apparently, my comments upset a sandboxer.
E-bag.
Oh.
You can always email us, thesandbox@wfnx.com. And what did you come across there, Ed?
This coming from Diane.
Oh, hello, Diane.
I usually listen to the show in the morning.
Hello.
I thought it was disgusting that you would refer to Palin's daughter as a whore because she had a baby. I will no longer listen to this radio station. Humph. I added the humph at the end.
I doubt the harumph or not.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I feel like at some point I called her a whore.
Maybe. I don't recall me calling... We're talking about Bristol, the 18-year-old.
Yes.
She's now of age. She,
whose mother touts the virtues of chastity and waiting
Yes.
until marriage, who was raised in that, and probably fronted as if though she was doing that while she was banging Levi jeans on the side.
Strauss. Levi
and
Strauss.
got knocked up.
That happened. That's fact.
So if that's not your definition of whore, I don't know what is.
Listen, if you are going to be a political family, a political powerhouse now, Palin family, if that's what you choose to do, and part of your being a political powerhouse family is to tout, the word of God.
Abstinence. She was promoting abstinence as the governor of Alaska. Abstinence programs in schools.
You're promoting the word of God. You're promoting abstinence.
If she can't have her own house in order, I don't want her in charge of anything outside of it.
If you're promoting abstinence, you're promoting the word of God.
Mm-hmm.
This is quite hypocritical.
Mm-hmm.
And people in your own social circle, I'm not saying me included, but people in your own social circle and your political supporters might view an 18-year-old who says this thing and does something completely opposite. Maybe her actions are questionable.
Well,
maybe they would not say the word whore. Maybe her actions are questionable.
You remember the Republican National Convention. 55-year-old Republican women walking around with "I support unwed mother" buttons for the first time in the party's history, modern history anyway,
Great.
probably. I support. Suddenly, we give an S about unwed mothers, and they're not out there on the welfare sucking us dry.
Might I say to my conservative friends, and I do consider conservatives friends, I find it just amazing that you want to define the family, yet you're constantly redefining the family on your own terms to make it okay for yourself. To justify that, my daughter who's not married got pregnant. I don't find anything wrong with that, but you do, and you have. But now it seems, it's 2009 and we're changing, or 2008 at the time. We're changing with the times. We're changing. This is the American family. Yeah, you want to define marriage?
Yeah.
Kind of bogus.
Someone give
isn't it?
Diane a hug, by the way.
Yeah,
Tell
Diane.
her we said hello since she's not listening
Diane,
anymore.
come on back. What you should have done is engage us in conversation. I would have loved to have talked about it.
Sure.
That's
Can you
all.
do me a favor real quick?
Sure.
Can you say Sarah Palin's name again?
Sarah Palin?
That's not the Kraken.
And then, no.
The phones blew up when I played the
I was
Sarah
wondering what was
Palin noise.
happening. I find it when we talk Sarah Palin that the listeners don't usually argue with us. They kind of they agree with us. So I was like, wow, I must have really upset people. By the way, this is not. People will complain that this is some sort of agenda, Republican, Democrat. It's not at all. I could care less about your political affiliation.
It's just hypocrisy.
This is a Palin thing, and I think it's ridiculous that she is grabbing headlines. She's grabbing headlines because of David Letterman. This is absurd. And if you don't think it's absurd, then there's something wrong with your brain. It's been a few days. Let's talk about Speidi, shall we?
Sure.
I don't know
Spencer
what's
and
worse.
Heidi, Sarah Palin. All right. You're stranded on an island. Yeah, you're going to be on this island forever. You will die
you
on
eat
this
first?
island. You will die on this island. You can be on the island with either the Palins, the whole family, or Heidi and Spencer. Who do you choose? Who do you choose?
Honestly, I'd have to go with the Palins because at least they'd have good stories. Heidi and Spencer would just talk about how awesome they are.
Heidi
for
hasn't
days
had a
on
kid
end.
yet, though, right?
No.
Yeah, I'd have to go with Heidi.
We're the most famous people in the world, so...
Because the 18-year-old's already had a kid, so she's ruined.
It's true. Of course, Ed, I'm thinking about conversation and who to eat first. Ed's thinking about who to bang.
Well, I don't...
There's a surprise.
Part of me thinks that maybe if I'm stuck on an island with the Palins, we would. You're stuck on this island, so you kind of put your political differences aside, and you get to know them, and it'd be like, okay, well, I mean,
and her husband's like an outdoorsman, like races sled dogs and stuff, so he'd be useful in the wild. He would know things. Spencer would be useless in the wild. Useless.
They are useless. They were on the Today Show to be grilled by Al Roker yesterday.
Boy.
Hard-hitting journalism.
There's a meeting of the minds.
He asked him some hard-hitting questions like, are they the poster children for everything that's wrong with celebrity?
When you look at this stuff that you have on this tape, do you have any regrets about doing what you do?
I was actually going to ask your producers to get a copy of that little highlight reel, because that was one of my favorite things I've ever watched.
Is it really?
The highlight reel of... I'm the celebrity, get me out of here, which they quit, and then they claimed they were tortured. They were going to sue NBC for torturing them.
And they found God.
Well, yes, Jesus is a big part of this. Are they proud of the way they behaved on the reality show?
I mean, I'm not ashamed. I don't think
But are you proud
anything
of
was
it?
wrong with it.
You guys claim that you were tortured during this.
No, we never claimed that.
Yes, you did. You
No.
claimed you were
We
tortured.
never claimed
And your
that.
sister put claims out. Your
my sister, who I don't speak with.
Wow. Get after him, Al.
Roker bringing the heat on the Today Show.
I guess you hang around journalists long enough, you feel like you are one.
Sure.
Well, I use air quotes around journalists.
Is anyone on the Today Show, present day, and we'll even count the Couric era, is anyone a journalist on the Today Show?
I think Meredith Vieira's legit.
Meredith Vieira, she's awesome, and I like her.
Despite her tenure on The View, and she got out of there.
She doesn't do the headlines, though. That's Ann, and Ann is out of her GD mind.
Crazy person.
Most importantly, is it all an act? This whole thing. You were on the hills, like you're Heidi and Spencer. You say things like
We're
this.
the most famous people in the world, so...
Is this an act?
When you decide to do this and you're screaming at people, is this just an act or is this who you really are?
Well, I'm not an actor, so I guess...
Although those is the hills was somewhat scripted, even though it's reality. I mean, this is you want to be the villain.
Oh, no, I never said that.
No, you said that.
For the competitive show. Like, not in life. I want to be the hero. But in a show that has a competition...
But when you act like that, how do you expect people to think of you as a hero?
No, but on that show, I'm the villain. In life, I want to be a hero. On a television show that has a one winner, like a champion, like a competitive show, that's the show I would choose to be the villain or the bad guy, because the bad guys, the hardest part to understand in a competition.
Okay. Nobody, not even the producers of that show, have thought about it that much.
He's deep.
Yeah.
What else does he have to think about?
Hey, I want to be a hero, bro.
Shut up.
Hey, if you blew off going to the 9 Inch Nails Jane's Addiction Ninja Tour, you missing 9 Inch Nails?
Hey, what's going on?
I'm looking at two of you in the room
How
right
are
now.
you?
Super Trent Reznor fans in here. That was your opportunity to see them for the last time ever. At Bonnaroo over the weekend, Trent Reznor announced that was the Bonnaroo show was the band's last show in the United States. He said on stage, it just dawned on me that this is our last show ever in the States. Don't be sad. I'll keep going, but I think I'm going to lose my effing mind if I keep doing this, and I have to stop. They are calling this the Wave Goodbye Tour, currently in Europe and Asia right now. That series of gigs will end in August, and so that means that there are no more. They're going to be a band, but more in like Beatles form.
I don't buy it. Give it a couple years.
I say give it longer than a couple years. I say that he makes records in a couple years. Eventually he goes on tour. And that is Pop Trash.
Thank you, Fletcher.
Uh-huh.